Wow. Take two on this, bad boy.
They didn't need to know that.
Yeah, transparency is key, y'all.
I got summoned for jury.
So we had to restart. Boy, they was buzzing that door like, hey, come down here, miss, for the... If you don't get your ass down here,
Literally,
come do your civil duty.
Damn.
Civic duty, look at you.
Do they know I call them an oil company?
Oh, wow. Well, you're not going to be serving too long. 77 flavors starting right now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast. Hey.
Do they know I call them an oil company?
Everybody knows we live in an oil company.
Oh, man. Hey, look, that like I said, that gas money line. Boy,
remove that.
Yeah, that bad boy got to come out. This shit hurt every single time. I know it's people in California.
It feels like we're mocking
$8.
ourselves.
It does. It really does. Like we did this to ourselves, y'all. This crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, Dario
has to start dancing now so we can get for gas.
Hey,
the guy has hoochie daddy shorts on.
Hey, look, it's hoochie daddy short season. You know. I'm not look. Hoochie Daddy Shorts been around for a long time, man. If you go back to the 80s, brothers was already doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's bring that back.
No, we're not gonna bring it back.
Petition to bring it back, men booty shorts.
No, brothers was out here with the mesh on board.
Yeah, why not?
80s was different. You white dudes too. White dudes, y'all just call them cargo shorts.
No, you can't have short cargo shorts because you need all these pockets, and you can't fit enough pockets on booty shorts.
You can't, man. Golf shorts, golf shorts be
golf
booty
shorts are short. Volleyball shorts are short. Basketball shorts were short.
Yeah,
everybody was out here.
Yeah, everybody was out here with the thigh meat, y'all.
Yeah, bring it back.
I ain't. Well, I kind of like it.
Go hit the link in our bio. There's a petition to sign.
No, it ain't. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Hit the link in our bio for everything except for that.
What if I put a link in there and once they click it, it's a picture of you in shorts
on skates? No,
see, now I'm mad. All right, let's move on.
Anyway, Dario,
Sarah.
77 Flavors of Chicago.
I don't even know what this podcast is about anymore.
Yeah, for real, yeah. After 51 episodes, we are lost.
Yeah. Happy birthday to us.
Yeah, happy birthday to us. You know, what's really cool is, y'all, we are turning one this week. Buddy. We turning one this week. A year ago, we actually did this date night thing. Yeah. And yeah, man,
if you're new here, we literally started June 10th of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Dario had bought the equipment for a different podcast that he was running.
Yeah.
And I put the headphones on, and obviously I heard what you guys are hearing now, and I was like, this has to be...
Somebody got to hear this.
Someone needs to hear this. Smooth, late night.
Slow down. Okay. Phone sex? Is that what you're trying to...
No, that's not.
You got a phone operator voice?
Nope.
All right.
Anyway. And so we decided to do this. We literally came up with the idea in like 15 minutes.
Sure did. Y'all, this was a 15-minute idea. And
oh, look at us now.
I know.
We tricked you into listening to us. Go on dates.
This shit is fun. I ain't gonna lie. This is...
It's literally the most fun.
It really is. It's like one of the most fun things I've done.
Ever.
Yeah. I mean, as an adult, hell yeah, this is...
What did you do as a child that was more fun than this?
I mean, video games at will.
Okay.
I mean, well, today is at will now.
You know what was my favorite activity as a child?
What?
You know those areas in the park it's not a pool because the neighborhood's not expensive enough, but it's like splashing.
Yeah.
Splashing thing. That was my favorite thing as a child.
Well,
for people that are asking, how did you didn't even live here? I used to come here every summer.
All the time.
Every summer I was in Chicago. So from the age of like 9 until I graduated high school, and then I moved.
You was out here to shine.
At least once a year, baby.
At least once a year. I don't know what my favorite. I got so many favorites. You know, like as a kid.
You experienced something fun this week at the fire.
Oh yeah, y'all. Probably in the year we've been doing this, this was one of the top. I would say top 3 moments, right? For me. And so
you just shit on all the other
No,
moments.
I didn't. No.
Oh yeah, you don't know what the other 2 are. So it could be you.
Right. It could be you. You know, that's left up to y'all. You know what I mean?
Or try to top this moment right
yeah,
here. Tell us about it.
So check it out, y'all. I went to the Chicago Firefighter Academy over there on 558 West D. Cavan Street. D. Coven Street, I'm sorry. And this is the site where they train the firefighters in Chicago to be firefighters, right? But more importantly, this is also the site of where the Chicago fire that burned the city down started in 1871.
Wow.
So I went there. Now, here's the thing. First of all, it's dope. I suggest everybody go out there, bring your family.
It's kid friendly, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get because you bring your kids out there, bring the adults go out there. So I toured. Shout out to Drew, who was the firefighter.
You just made that
trainer.
name up.
No. My brother's name was Drew. I did.
You're like,
had to come back to me though. But he took me around and showed me all. I mean, I went through the whole thing. They got a 4-story fake side of house with fire escapes on it. They have to climb within the train. They got obstacle courses that firefighters have to get through with their gear on.
Wow.
You know, and they got the fire truck. I sat in a fire truck. I did all that stuff, which is childhood dope. But the best part was, so I'm sitting there and I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, he goes, over there is where we do the training for like kids and things like that. And I was like, man, I remember back in the day, I did this fire drill thing, stop, drop, and roll thing. They took us on a field trip, and it was like fake fire, but it was like little house, little town that you had to go in. He was like, I think that might be it over there. I was like, stop it. I ain't been there since 93, 94. So we walk over there. The moment he opens the door, it
came back to you?
It came all back to me. It was the place I had been as a kid when I went to Stevenson Elementary School. I've been there probably 2 or 3 times as a shorty. First time as an adult. I'm telling you, I was just like in awe because it's all the same. It's all the same. And they're going to do upgrades. They're going to change it to modify, but it's all the same, y'all. I was so taken aback.
Crazy.
Yeah, I learned the difference between a fire truck and a fire engine.
There's a difference?
Yes, a fire truck is just the one that has the big ladder on it, right? It has the big ladder, and that's for, getting up high, right? The fire engine is the one that has all the water, 500 gallons of water on it. Oh. And it's always got water on it at any given moment, ready to go.
That's why when we were at Calumet Fisheries and the fire started in the back, they had multiple different fire.
Yes, and just for those that don't know, there's always if there's a fire, there's always 2 trucks and 2 fire engines that show up. So if you ever wondered why you need all these damn fire trucks for this small ass thing, no, you need
one's the ladder, one's water. I petition they combine, put the ladder on the water, and then just eliminate.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fire truck, the fire engine has like almost, something ridiculous. It has a crazy amount of fire hoses on it, length of fire hose on it for anything, different sizes and things like that. I even did the little workout thing they do, to pull and practice how to put a ladder up, and the fire hoses I did the carry. Man, this thing is dope.
Go to the gym because
for real. Good thing I go to the gym because that shit was hard.
That's we saw a lot of fire related things this week. We also went to Pullman.
Yeah.
And we saw one of the oldest fire stations in the city.
Yeah.
And they have this long what was it?
Is a
tower?
Is a fire hose tower.
Yeah, where they used to hang the hoses so that they would dry the hose.
Dry these hoses. Slow down. No, you don't want to dry these hoses. Anyway, but
you don't have to worry about the hose, okay?
Yeah. Anyway, so I asked Drew about that, and he said they got it here. Yeah, and that's standard. You got to dry it. You got to dry it off. Yeah, that's standard. It's so dope, man.
Wow.
Here's something else cool too. And this is just me on behalf of firefighters out there, because I know they job as hard as it is. I got way more respect for them now. The training they got to go through and just the BS they got to go through, crazy. But I was talking to Drew, and I think most people know this, or maybe you don't, because I didn't really know. If you don't have a fire alarm, you can go to the fire academy, and if you go to the fire academy, they will give you a fire.
Really?
Yeah, they will give you a fire alarm, 1 per household, y'all. 1 per household, but you can go there and get one for free. Just have in your house. And of course, if you can't make it out there, you can go to any fire station, participate in ones. I think most of them do.
Yeah.
You can go and you can get yourself one. So if you don't have one, just to be safe out here, go ahead and get you one.
Yeah.
Chicago CFD trying to help us out. So y'all go make one time for the one time. Yeah, that was loud. That was loud. But hey. Yeah, so that's been our week.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell them the best part about Pullman too. So we revisited Pullman, but this time we were able to walk inside the admin building where they built the damn trains way back in the day for Pullman. We talking 1850s. You know what I'm saying? 1880s, all that. You know, so we walked up there where it burned down, unfortunately. So they rebuilding it, and we went up there and saw original walls. We saw parts that were burned up, and like they kept like some of the wood and stuff like that. Amazing, like
it was
dope. It was hot as hell though.
As hell.
Yeah, it's hot as hell. But and you know, Ron was employee of the week, like spotlight of the month.
Really?
Also, if you go to the National Park Service's website,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. You see his face on there. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you are ever in Pullman and you want like a quick little tour of the area, the rangers, because it is a national park, the rangers there are more than happy to give you like information. There's pamphlets, there's maps, there's a walking map that you can take. He walked us through the exhibit. He walked us through outside, like where the old tracks used to be. So yeah, I mean, if you want to go during the week or during the weekend, take your kids out there. You know, get some ice cream from Richards.
Yeah, man, y'all got to go out there, man.
Trust us when we say that is the best ice cream we've had. It like I'm not even literally not sponsored.
Yeah,
literally no one's paying us to say this. Right. It is one of the best ice cream
by far. Y'all. Those are a couple memories that we had just this past week. But y'all tell us if you've been watching the podcast, been listening to the podcast since we started a year ago. Tell us if you're on Spotify. If you're on Spotify, you can answer the question. But what's your favorite moment of the podcast, or what's one thing that you learned on the podcast, or favorite restaurant that you've come to find through us on the podcast? Let us know. We would love to know. And if you don't know, if you don't listen to us on Spotify.
Give us a review.
Yeah, give us a review on anything, a good one. Give us a good review. But also, hit us up. Let us know. Slide in our DMs, man.
We read them, so watch what you say. Watch your mouth, okay?
Let us know.
These hands.
Look, Sarah, she ready for the smoke, y'all.
You know?
Speaking of neighborhoods and history and things like that, we got another one. Let's get back to our job. Episode, this is different community area number 51. Okay, so shout out to us for being on task here. Hold on, damn it, I almost jumped in it without
almost.
Here you go.
What she said.
Let's get tuned up. Y'all.
Let's.
Yeah. I'm ready to learn again, y'all. We are in Archer Heights. Community area number 57, close by my old spot. Here's the boundaries. To the north, we got the Stevenson Expressway. To the south, the Orange Line tracks and 53rd. To the east, Corwith Yards Railroad tracks at Central Park Avenue. And to the west, railroad tracks at Knox. Now, I like knowing the name of these places, your community areas, how they got started. And this was a little different. So Archer refers to the road Archer Road, which is named after the Illinois and Michigan Canal Commissioner, William B. Archer. Okay, so it's named after him. The area was known as Archer Road District, and I'll explain a little bit more, but that was the main thoroughway here in Chicago, to Chicago, I should say. Now, the Heights part is where it gets a little interesting. It's most of the area is flat. So unlike what are we talking about? Beverly. Unlike Beverly, Archer Heights is flat. It was flat. It was a lot of swampland, soggy. So where they get the heights from, we don't know. Some people say that Heights.
There's an airport there.
Yeah, no. They say some of them say height. Well, that's pretty good deducing, but not yet. Some people say that is from the edge of the area, and it was called Mud Lake, and that was the edge. So that's the height of, so, it's hard to tell. Nobody knows really where Heights came from.
Yeah.
But we know where Archer came from. So that's a bit of the history of the name. Now, the story is a little, it's different. It's very, it's very different kind of story. So as I said, the area is pretty much back in the day was swamp and soggy prairie land, kind of like everything on the southwest side. Like a lot of, or south side in general, a lot of stuff was like swampy.
Yeah.
We look at the Marquette Park area. That was all that still it's a park over there. Big,
right.
So it was only inhabited by Native American tribes at the time, and so nobody was really out there. And that was really the case almost all of the 19th century for this area. In the 19th century, there was three main thoroughways that came to Chicago, and they kind of ran through here. The first three were the Chicago and Alton Railroad, okay? Archer Road, which I told you about, which was the main one. A lot of people traveled to get to Chicago. And then the Illinois and Michigan Canal. Here's some interesting thing about the Illinois-Michigan Canal. The Stevenson Expressway runs where the Illinois-Michigan Canal is right now. Oh. So the Stevenson 55, for those of you that are suburban or not from here, that is where the canal used to be. And that, of course, that was like canals in Chicago. That was like the main way to get from one place to the next. Now, like I said, the area still didn't see any economic boom, okay, or change with these roads. So, like, these roads that were coming to Chicago, this is like one of the areas in the city that just did not see any growth, no homes, no residential, nothing. People were just using them to get to, and that's crazy because, like, we know if you got access,
right,
everything we talked about so far did boom because of that, right? Yeah. This didn't. Even when it was annexed to Chicago in 1889 via the Lake Ann Township annexations, neither one of those even got it blown up. Like, it didn't do nothing. Wow. This area was just, nobody wanted to do it. Now, at the turn of the century, so the 20th century, the southern portion of Archer Heights started to get a few homes, okay? Just a few homes started to get built, not much. Now, the north side had railroads, and like this has railroads too. There were three major railroads, rail tracks and things like that also that still didn't help. The north side, it did help. Crazy, it still helped out the north side. But this area has streetcars and horse cars, electric streetcars and horse cars. Like in 1890, they got the streetcars. Now that did attract people.
Okay.
So it attracted people, mainly immigrant workers. So Polish, which is a heavy Polish influence down there. Italians, Lithuanians, Czechs, and Jews came to the area. Later, as of the last several decades here. It's been heavy Mexican, Hispanic population. But it's mainly Polish, right? So that saw a lot of people come through. Now, the largest increase in population was from 1920 to 1930. Now, we think about that. I was just talking about 1890.
Right.
And now I jump all the way to 1920. That's a good 40 years. Yeah. For it to start seeing anything. And that's when a lot of people start coming in. That's when modern infrastructure started to come in. So like you start seeing houses being built. You see everything is kind of going forward, right? Yeah. But then the Great Depression happened.
Right. I was just about to say.
Yeah. So the Great Depression happened. And it just depression. That stopped residential growth. Yeah. Which is like, damn. But something came out of it. Fun fact here: the Archer Heights Civic Association formed in 1933, and it is the oldest neighborhood on. It is the oldest kind of gathering or association in a neighborhood on the southwest side. Yeah. So it's the oldest thing. Wow. Yeah. So, and it's similar to how. What were we talking about? In Chinatown, they had the building that kind of helped out. It's similar to that. So what they do is they look out for the interest and the well-being of the people that already live there. Yeah, so that was formed to kind of keep, all right, let's take care of these people. Yeah. We already struggle to get population. Let's just help out, right?
Right.
So after World War II, residential growth started again because people needed some place to go, and since that wasn't a lot of places built, that was easy. That was the easy choice for a lot of people. 1930s to the 1950s, the population went from 8,000 to about 9,000, which is crazy because it's not a lot. 1970, 20 years later, it peaked at 11,000. A decade later, it fell to 9.7 thousand. A decade after that, 1990, it dropped to 9.2 thousand. And this kind of coincides with the decline in Midway Airport being the main airport. Yeah. So when O'Hare kind of came around, nobody. Why would you move around? Midway. And Ashburn Airport. Remember, right. They fell to. It's funny, they fell to Midway. Yeah. And Midway fell to fall into O'Hare. So it kind of correlated with that kind of data. People just weren't coming.
Yeah.
But
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
You couldn't get the plane there. You couldn't go there. You couldn't be on your Drake.
Yeah.
2:30, baby. Won't you make me wine? Yeah, look at now we are
you get like copyright. 30 seconds.
Yeah, copyright. But so the area, just to give you an idea now, it's booming. It's like industry is there. Mm-hmm. A lot of industry, like factories and stuff, is around the area.
Like production.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Homes are now. It's a lot of homes now. That was slightly part of the bungalow belt. At least they called it the bungalow belt. Like part of the bungalow belt. Yeah. And if you go, there's a lot. There's a lot around there. That's kind of like the story where it is today. And I told you, kind of jump ahead. Strong Polish population. But also,
because it's like Southwest, right?
Yeah, Southwest. Yeah. A lot of Hispanic. I think if I'm doing the math here, if I remember, I didn't write it down, but roughly 58-60% Polish, and then honestly the rest of it is Hispanic with a few Black, Asian, and other and mixed in there. But if you go down there, it's still really cool. They have the Chicagoland Greater Food Depository is right down there on Ann Laurie. And when we were driving, I was like, hey, Ann Laurie. Now, Ann Laurie was one of the largest donors one of the first largest donors to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. So she has a street named after her.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's how one of the streets got named there. So
interesting.
Yeah, and that's honestly kind of like the story of Archer Heights. But if you go there, you wouldn't even know because it's a lot of food down Pulaski. There's a lot of.
I honestly didn't even know that was the name of the area.
Yeah, right. And now that's the other thing. I heard Archer Heights. I think I heard.
It's I've been in that area
many times.
Never. I was like, oh, I'm heading over to Archer Heights. Ever in my life.
Yeah, I've never said it, but you clearly, there's signs up there. But that just show you, for us, we've been doing the podcast, and even though I grew up close by the area, damn, you know what I mean? It's crazy to realize where we've been and we didn't even know it. Y'all, that's Archer Heights. That's what we got for right now for Archer Heights. I say go down there because there's a lot of amazing things. Honestly, I've been down there, like I said, a lot of times in my life. There's a lot of cool things. Curie High School down there. And what's crazy about Curie High School, I think my dad went there.
Really?
Yeah. I think my mom or my dad went there or somebody. I know family members went there. But again, I didn't know this was Archer. Like you said, I drive down all the time. I didn't know that was Archer Heights. And I heard of Archer Heights before.
Right.
You didn't. Now we know a lot. We know a lot now. You know what I mean? But before, man, I was just living out here in the city. I ain't know shit. So y'all go down to Archer Heights. A lot of great food. A lot of good shopping, actually. And then, they got a lot of industry down there. A lot of the stuff that's in Chicago, like bakeries and stuff, where they mass produce stuff, is close to the area. Maybe not in Archer Heights, but we still got South Chicago Lawn, which is huge down there. Gage Park got a few things down there. We got New City, which New City is the community area, but we know back of the yards is in there. Yep. So a lot of industry down in that southwest portion of the city. So yeah, go take a look down there. It's pretty dope, man. And for me, it's cool to just see from this point of view.
Yeah. We're about to tell you where to eat too.
Oh, y'all look.
Let's get this little shmoney.
Hey, look, I'll explain this hat that you see your boy got on. I have new new love interest.
Whoa,
I mean,
slow down.
in food. Slow down, y'all.
Slow down.
Man, come on, man. All right, let's
Okay.
reset and bring this shit back home. All right, hey, we'll be right back.
We are back
Hey,
with the food portion of the podcast.
yeah.
Or episode, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. And today, where did we go, Dario? Tell
Oh,
us.
stop it! Don't do this, y'all. We went to Birria Zaragoza. Hey,
of all,
hey,
That was good.
that was good.
That was good.
Give my goddamn coin. Hold on, let me.
I mean, you give yourself.
yeah,
your own
give me my coin.
You're telling yourself to give yourself a coin.
Hey, man, good food. Good
Amazing food.
Good food.
So the story of this place, it's been around it'll be 15 years in October.
2 years in October.
Owned by the Zaragoza family. And they make goat birria.
Yeah, we actually spoke to the owner.
The owner, John, will tell you a little bit about that.
Actually, we'll let him tell you about it right now.
Hey guys, John Zaragoza, owner of Birria Zaragoza, and just to invite everybody here in the city of Chicago to come out and check out the birria, quesadilla, tacos, and then the birria tatemada, Jalisco style. We've been here since 2007, going up on 15 years as a matter of fact, October 12th. So stop by, help us celebrate, and you got to watch this podcast. It's one of the best, man. So see you later.
Thank you, John,
Yeah.
for that little snippet. But yeah, so we stopped by today. Secretively, we didn't tell them we were coming.
No.
That's
Did
what
the
she
pop
said.
in? Hey.
That's what she said.
But yeah, we stopped by today because it came highly recommended from
Bunch of people.
a bunch of people, including and not limited to NBC producers,
Yeah, for real.
Chicago Tribune food critics.
Yeah.
You know, they're out there.
They out there plugging.
As soon as you walk in, you see Mr. Delinsky's portrait
Mr. Delinsky.
on the wall, signed. And so, you know,
Yeah, I picture pretty soon. Hey,
I'm
talk
about to
about
start bringing headshots.
You know what I'm saying?
Sign that shit, put it on your wall. You don't even know us,
You hear
but
me?
put it up there.
You know?
Maybe in a couple years.
Trust me, this is gonna be worth
you
something.
can cash it
Yeah.
for tokens.
For these
Mario.
Mario coins.
Anyway, so basically, yes, it's a family-owned business. It's been there for 15 years, and it's a pretty like small space. When you walk in, there's 2, 4.
Maybe like 10 tables.
No, what do you mean? 1, 2.
But they combined a couple of them.
Yeah,
They
so-
separate.
There's 5 tables, 5 2-people tables.
Right.
Okay. And then you literally see the person preparing your food right in front of you. You
Right
can
there.
sit at the bar. So there's like single seating at I want to say bar, but it's not a bar. There's no alcohol. It's like the bar where the food is being prepared.
Yeah.
And the person responsible for preparing your food is literally sitting up there chopping up the meat.
Yeah, and that's all this. And he be chopping.
That is all he does.
Yeah.
He's just out here.
Just chopping.
And they raise their own goats,
Yes.
which is really what sets them apart. They also make goat birria, which is also pretty unique.
Yes.
Because if you're getting birria, most of the time it's probably like beef.
Cow.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what beef is.
Yeah.
But they make goat, and even if you don't like goat,
You couldn't tell.
you cannot tell
Yeah.
unless you are
You picky.
you have a very good palate.
Yeah, you
I
got
would say.
to be picky, man, to just be like, oh, this go. Yeah, in my head when I was like, so this go, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be different. And I think that's in a natural thought process,
Right.
But honestly, you go there, even if you look at it, you'd be like, I can't tell. This is
Yeah.
this is
I feel
food.
like the average
person ain't gonna be
person
even
isn't going to.
I feel like even a cook, unless there's like some element of a
Yeah.
goat that this is the tendency of a goat versus
Right.
a cow. I mean, other than that, you ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
You ain't
The
gonna
way
know.
they season it and the way they prep it is absolutely delicious.
Fire.
They specialize in it, though, so that is their entire menu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the menu breakdown is a small plate, a large plate,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically the meat. You either get it with bone or without the bone. You get it in a soup or just on a plate. And then you can get other things like you can get a quesadilla, or you can get a quesadilla with birria in it, or you can get a quesadilla with birria in it and it's fried.
And it's fried,
You know what I
yep.
mean? Like, it's just different variations of the same thing, because truly that is all you need.
That's all you need. I mean, and now here's one thing I say about the bone. No problem with the bone being in there, but if you any catfish eaters out there, you know, just make sure that you just you know be cautious of the bones being in there if you're not aware. But other than that, I think
that shit is tender.
I'm saying, you know, like I feel like because we were looking at, I was like, what do I get? And I didn't even pay attention. It's not that many things on the menu. It's just big soup, large soup, small soup, big soup, small soup.
Are you having a stroke?
I just tweaked out right now. And then big plate, little plate.
Yep.
And then you got the quesadilla or birria quesadilla.
Which literally what I just said.
I know. I'm just reiterating that, y'all, it's not hard. You know what I mean? Like, just go in here.
You can get them as tacos. You can get birria tacos. You can get fried birria tacos. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like the same. And here's the tea. Yeah. The real tea.
Here's the real tea.
They've been doing birria tacos before birria tacos became trendy, like in 2020.
Yeah, the gold ones.
Let's remember that there are people that were doing birria tacos before they became TikTok trendy. Yeah. And this place is one of them. Yeah. They've been in this neighborhood forever. It's family run, family owned. Yeah. And first of all, the service. Okay, before we get to the service, I want to talk about the salsa de molcajete, the salsa that we had on the side. Yeah. The tomato salsa.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Oh yeah, I was hoping that you was gonna pass to me. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Look.
Because you ate that shit with a spoon.
Well, yeah, I did. I took
a spoonful.
A spoon. I ate it, and let me tell you, it really. So the birria, all the menu don't need the sauce. It's good without it. It don't need it. That's how good. That's how you know you got some good food. So you don't need to add nothing to it. But they bring the sauce out to garnish and put it on there with. Yeah. I did it. Let me tell you. Immediately, I was like, okay, this is like when Super Mario get the Power Star and just be running through these monsters and shit and just be taking over. That's what.
That's what he's eating.
Yeah, look, out here. He out there with that sauce that from Zaragoza, and let me tell you, it was fire. It has a very nice spice to it, but like not a upfront spice and not even a back end spice. Like I don't know what but it's like it's spicy. But it ain't like overbearing.
Yeah, it's also like, you know, sometimes when something is too spicy, you can't taste the flavor.
Right.
It is not that.
It's not that.
It's like you can taste all the seasonings in it. You can taste all the different flavors in it. And it's truly an enhancer to the flavor of the meat as opposed to overpowering the flavor of the meat. It's like the perfect pairing.
I was about to say, that's probably one of the best sauces that we done had.
Yes, and I'm not a red salsa person.
No, you're not.
I'm a green salsa person. Yeah. Okay, I just like that tanginess or like slight tartness. But this one,
fire. I told her first of all we finished the whole everything, which is crazy. We rarely do that, but we did it. About to be 2 times in a row, y'all. Y'all find out on Wednesday. But we finished that, and I told her, I was like. She's like, you need box for anything? I was like, box that up. And
the salsa.
Give me the salsa. That salsa got to come. That's like Louisiana hot sauce.
Literally.
They don't taste the same. I'm just saying the idea of how you need Louisiana on certain things, you need this on it. I can't honestly have birria tacos without them no more.
You know?
I mean, honestly, can't do it. I mean, that sauce, they need to, I don't know if they can sell it or if they do sell it. They need to, y'all, look.
You could take it in a to-go order.
John, you get America. You need to go in. America is out. She was our waitress. Look, y'all need to bottle that up.
Can that.
And
sell it.
Take it to our local Jewels. Take it to Jewels.
Farmers markets.
Farm somewhere, because I buy a whole thing of them.
You know?
I tell you. But the service now.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get to all of them. You want to tell them about the service?
Yeah. So, first of all, as soon as we walked in, everyone was extremely nice.
I mean.
And mind you, nobody knows who we are. No. Okay?
Right.
Nobody knows who we are. Right. Yes, Dario has his camera, but like no one, we look like pretentious food bloggers. All right. Nobody's out here like, oh, these must be important people. No. We're like, oh, these douchebags.
Yeah, right.
You don't need that shit to take food. Okay. So that's what people are thinking. And I'm also thinking that. I was like, this place is tiny. I always feel awkward because I'm like, I don't want anyone to feel like we're taking pictures of them, because we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
We're taking pictures of the food. We're taking pictures of the setting. And we really try not to get anyone in there in the videos, but they were extremely nice to us, extremely attentive, very funny.
Very, very funny.
The staff was very funny.
Felt real.
Yeah, and then they brought us an extra quesadilla because they were like, "Oh, we saw you were taking pictures. Here's an extra quesadilla." We were like, "Oh, thanks." And then they were like, we told them, "Oh, we're recording for the podcast." This is like after we got our food, and they were like, "Oh, would you like to?" But by the way, they make their tortillas fresh, obviously.
Yeah, watch the video I'm about to put out on our Instagram.
Yep.
Fire.
So they were like, "Oh, would you like to come back and get some footage of the quesadilla being made and the tortillas being made?"
You said, hell yeah.
And Dario was like, absolutely.
You know, I'm all back there with the tortilla dust flying, you know, the flour dust, whatever.
No, just flour.
Okay, whatever. Shit was flying in the air. I was back there. I was watching them whip it up, chop it up, serve it up. Man, it was a sight to see. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I feel like also along with the niceness of them, the food came out in
really fast.
I didn't even have a chance to.
It's because the meat slow cooks for hours.
So it's just ready.
So it's ready to go.
Yeah, it's just ready.
You order and it's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, I didn't even have a chance to put my camera away fully. Like every time I went to like try to put my camera down, more food was coming out, and I was like,
correct.
Yo, like what's going on? Like
the only thing they're prepping is really the quesadilla or anything that has like needs to be cooked
fresh.
on a
grill.
And
that don't take long. I mean, she in the time I was doing that, she made like 6 tacos. You know what I mean? Tortillas. You know, so y'all, that right there. And then the owner was just shout out.
So we took pictures. Yeah. Dario recorded on the inside. We paid. We went outside. We recorded on the patio, and then we gave them our the name of the podcast. We're like, hey, the episode will be out on Monday. We'll tag you, blah blah whatever. And we're leaving. Like we left. We're at the car. Yeah. Dario's packing his camera. And this man comes to us and he was like, "Oh, how did you like the food?" And we're like, "Oh my God, it was so great." And he was like, "How was the service?" And I was like, "Oh, it was absolutely amazing. They were so friendly." And he goes, "Oh, by the way, my name is John Zaragoza." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh, what a slight flex, John."
Casually, we just run into the owner, just in the parking lot, which is crazy. Yeah. And he was
the nicest.
The nicest. I mean, we've all the owners and things that we have had a chance to meet. Yeah. Been all nice,
but he was extremely nice.
The man, look, so y'all, they sell these hats, y'all. They sell these hats. It's a fantastic hat. The design is dope.
It's a new era hat.
It's a new era hat. So I love new era. Yeah. I was once an ambassador. I don't know if I am still. I don't post about it, but they sell these hats there. John, the owner,
we literally walked back to shoot a little video of him.
Yeah, shoot the thing we showed you,
And then Dario wanted to get a hat.
Yep.
And this man takes the hat off his head
and said,
"Here you go."
He's like, "Here, it's yours.
Just take this.
Don't even worry about it." I was like, "What?" I'm like
the generosity.
Man, y'all, I swear, like, again, we've done some cool shit in the city for this podcast. It's little things like this.
Literally, it's things like that just makes the experience 1,000 times better. Yeah. It's like he didn't know who we were.
No.
He literally had no idea who we were. We just had parked in the spot that says parking like for the restaurant. And so he was just asking us about our experience. Like, he didn't know who we are. He didn't know we had just recorded in there. He didn't see the camera. Like, none of that. And he was just being nice to us.
He was just about it. He was just nice.
Yeah. And I love supporting places like that. I love interacting with people like that. Also, his son is a great chef. On Instagram, he is Goat Boy International.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
So he's also, a super creative chef. He's the, it's just that
they got a dope situation they got going on right over there. So y'all just go there. They deserve all the accolades they've been getting. But the food though, like we got what, 3 different things?
So I ordered just a plain quesadilla just to try to put the birria in the quesadilla, which I got that, and then we got the actual birria plate. You got the queso birria, which is like the quesadilla with the birria, and it's fried.
And it's fried. So the plate of birria was good because that's all it is.
Also, the large plate is just $20.
Right, and you get.
And we didn't even eat the whole thing.
No, we had maybe 2 tacos left that day.
Yeah,
maybe 2. But I honestly, So I had 3 tacos? I want to say you had.
Yeah, I had probably like 2 quesadillas and a taco.
Yeah. So I mean, to get 6. You know what I mean? Like 6 tacos out of that, essentially. You'll maybe
no,
8.
Probably more.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 8 or 9 you could probably get out of it, depending on how you pack it.
That's what she said.
Depending on how you pack the tortilla, you might be able to get a little bit more. But for $20, if you get 10 out of $2
$2 a
taco. Not bad, y'all.
Where are you getting a $2 birria taco in the city?
You're not.
Tell me.
You're just not. You're not doing it. Yeah, you're not doing it. So that was really good.
And the quesadilla that you had is 2 tortillas on top of each other, completely filled in the middle. With like meat and cheese.
They cut them in 4s.
And they cut them in 4s like a pizza. So it's like double tortillas on top of each other.
And that honestly,
that was fire.
Yeah, honestly. That'll fill you up.
Yes. You literally just need one of those.
You only need one of those. That'll fill you up. Y'all.
I honestly, not even joking right now. Like they have a patio in the back. You can go sit in the back because they're, like I said, there's the inside probably fits like 10 people.
Yeah.
The back, they have a bunch of room in the back you can sit.
Yeah.
If you are a birria eating person or a taco eating person or a food consuming person, okay, that's not vegan vegetarian.
Yeah.
You need to try it. You need to try this place.
You have to. I mean, honestly,
you're absolutely missing out.
You are missing. I was gonna say that you're missing out because, don't forget the goat part of it if that's your hang up. I know I used to have hang ups like that. And I ain't gonna lie. So I get it. Stop it. Slow down. I still do have a little bit, but honestly, you gonna miss out on something real good because you just don't know about it. And we telling you honestly. I just started eating birria tacos last year.
Yep.
Before I'd never had a birria taco. I just regular tacos. You know what I mean? Like I never did.
Yeah.
Shoot, of all the ones I have had, hey, look, I know it's a ton in the city, and we ain't ate them all. But right now, they the goat of birria tacos. Yeah. But pun intended. They the goat of birria tacos. I promise you that. Like y'all ain't. They too many accolades, and they hold up to it.
Yeah, and aside from the flavor, just it's like a nice experience.
Yeah, the vibe.
A fun experience. You're comfortable. Everyone is so nice in there. Like it feels like it's a family. Like I'm not even joking. Like I think they're all like so friendly with each other. They're so close to each other. Like you can tell that it's like a good energy space.
The people making the food asked us if we want to come back there and film.
Like no,
who does that?
Like
who does that?
Hardly any restaurant has ever done that for us while they're open. Like we've gone to restaurants before they've opened to do that.
Yeah,
but to do that like
during business,
and mind you, it's busy. Like, like orders, like there was a catering order being prepared. Like it was busy.
They were
like,
going.
oh yeah, come on back here. I was like.
I felt, I was happy, but I was like, man, I don't want to take up too much space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get in, get out. But
Dario's shoulders are like 80 inches wide.
Boy, I was in there deep, boy, holding the camera. Hey.
That's what she said.
Damn, holding the camera.
My man.
Not that kind of show, y'all.
Slow down, y'all. Wait a minute. But it was, I mean, that alone, like you said, like that alone, dude gave me the hat. I love hats. This is probably like my, thank you, John. This is probably like my 300th hat.
And it's your favorite color?
My favorite color. The logo cold. I mean, the logo is just cold.
It literally looks like it could be a sports team.
Hey, I'm about to say I'm the GOAT. Hey, come on, man. What's up? Give me my goddamn coin.
John's going to be like, no.
Hey, go ahead, John. That's for you, bro. That's for you. You the GOAT. All right, bye. You the GOAT.
On that note,
we out here.
Y'all be blessed. If you enjoyed this episode, send it to someone you like. Go try the tacos. Go walk around the neighborhood. Just enjoy yourself. Be outside. It's summer.
Yep.
It's that time of year. If you did not like this episode, I mean,
don't know what to tell you.
It's our birthday, so literally fuck you. Okay?
Hey, she ain't lying. She ain't lying.
And we'll see you next Monday.
Holla back.
Or Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Or both.
Peace. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please like, rate, and subscribe to us on all streaming platforms where you listen to podcasts. And we hope you listen soon. We'll catch you back next Monday with a new episode. Bye.